Hey there, Team Life Changers. It is Thursday night. This is our call. We have been like flip-flopping between Monday and Thursday night, and I'm still not settled in my heart when our team call needs to be. I still think that there are a few people who need to be on our team call who aren't able to make it on Thursday night. So I'm going to start working towards maybe getting back to Monday nights because I want our whole family together. And even if I have to do like 2 quick calls during the week or whatever, I don't know. I just want family time together. So anyway, just know that is brewing in my mind. And I think about you guys literally every single day, multiple times a day. Like there's just not a day, even though in my rat race kind of life right now, which is it's kind of simmering down a little bit. It's kind of like that macaroni and cheese when it's boiling and it's boiling over. And it's like goopy and messy. It's been like that, and now it's like, okay, it's simmering down. So, but we don't eat macaroni and cheese. It's just going to be thrown out. Oh, and my kitty's going crazy. She's tearing my house down. All right, so anyway, things are calming down until next week, and we are going to Summit. So we have a lot of life changers who are going to Summit. And even for those who aren't going to Summit, trust me, we are still a family. You guys are still a part of us, even though we're going to be there. You're here. We're going to go live. We're going to take you along with us. We're going to give lots of pictures. I don't want anybody to feel like we are separated. We are still a team and joined together at the heart. I wish it was at the hip, but in this case, for those who can't go this year, can't make it, we are joined at the heart. I also want to give a special shout out, and I'm going to do that publicly too a little later on, for Tammy McCulloch, because Tammy earned her free ticket to Summit. And that ticket, which it depends on when you get it, which I'll get into that in a little bit later, but that ticket can be like over like $200, $250. And she earned a free ticket to Summit. And her son, who has been in boot camp, I'm assuming it was a boot camp, and he has a weekend that weekend where he can see family. So needless to say, Mama's going to go see her boy. But I just want to give a huge shout out to Tammy. Even though you won't be there, Tammy, we will miss you. We love you. And we know we just want to celebrate your success, even though you can't be there. Something I want to share with you guys too is that last year, right after Summit, like immediately after Summit, the tickets went on sale. So you could purchase tickets for $175 right after Summit. So that's when I did mine. Or maybe it was even cheaper. I think it was $175. But you can get that right after Summit, and the prices do go up after that. So unless you're a brand new coach and you've got 3 months, and actually 4, because they give you a grace period for your first month, but you have 3 months to earn your ticket to Summit. So there's Melinda. And Melinda, you're going to have to go back and listen to this. What did I say? I don't know. Maybe a shout out to Tammy because she earned in Summit. No, maybe you don't have to. Maybe you don't have to. I did talk about that, though, team call. It's still twirling in my mind that Thursday night is just not a night that works for everybody on Life Changers. And even if we need to do 2 quick calls or something, I just can't, my life can't go on as a leader in Life Changers without seeing your sweet face, Melinda, because I know you can't make Thursday nights usually. I know Tammy, that's not a good night for your Tammy either, and a couple of other coaches. Casey hasn't been on for a couple of weeks either. So so anyway, we'll discuss that and see what happens. But anyway, we'll get through Summit and we'll discuss it there and discuss there. I'm sure a lot will happen after that. But I want to chat a little bit because we're going to get into some of the Robby calls. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about what I'm doing for Shift Shop, even though I'm just a late bloomer. And I just, right before I recorded this, I was like, I'm usually the one that I don't do anything at all. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all jump in Jatana's. I don't know what I'm doing. And then at the last minute, I slide into home base. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to do something for Shift Shop. It's just the way I roll. It's the way my brain works. It's very, 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 very hard for me to plan ahead and get things, that way. So literally tonight I was like, you know what? I am going to advertise for Shift Shop, and then we're going to be at Summit next week. and we're going to be working out with Chris Downing. We're going to be doing all of that kind of stuff, and I'm just going to have a sneak peek, and I'm just going to keep on adding things into the sneak peek as time goes. So I did my very first post tonight because the idea went in my brain, and I have balloons, and I took balloons and I just did a real quick picture, and I was like, chosen, and you can join me. That was my post. And then just ask people how much weight you want to lose. And then I am frantically, I just had Olivia like 10 minutes before the call, can you take a picture of me? And I want to do some kind of pick monkey and put a thing with me and Chris Downing and do this secret group, or not a secret group, but a little sneak peek and show people, you know, it's basically the same thing I do for all my sneak peeks. I do some kind of catcher on my regular page. Hey, you know, do you want to lose weight? Or you can join me, you can do this. And then I'll give a link, they can join in, and then I'll just add little snippets. And especially having Summit come up, I'm thinking people are going to be very, very, very intrigued, especially with us working out there with all the hoopla there. So hopefully I will hit Success Club, if not this week. So hopefully while I am in New Orleans. So that's just, it's not a plan. It's not even a plan. It literally came at 8:30, literally. So that's what I'm doing for Shift Shop. But that is why I'm so thankful for Jatana that we can all jump in hers. And I know a lot of coaches here too. Everybody just kind of does their own thing. If they need to, you know, do whatever Jatana's doing, or me, or doing your own thing, or maybe to another coach. We have coaches that team up with each other. So at any point, if you guys want to team up with me, or Miriam has teamed up with other people before, so always reach out and know, not just me, you can even reach out to Epic Empire and say, you know what, I want to do a challenge group, but it's going to be weird if I only have one person in there, so do you want to do it with me? And then you'll have like, you know, 4 people or something like that. So that's just where I'm sliding into home base and where I'm coming in with Shift Shop. So anyway, that is all I have. I want to open this up because I know the excitement today was the calls with Robby. So Melinda, I don't know, did you end up having your call? You didn't. And Miriam's not Miriam, you're not in a position to talk yet, are you? Okay, well, maybe there's something else that we can chat about until Miriam, because I know that Miriam had some takeaways, and Trisha Bradley was going to hop on a little bit later. I'm telling you, Thursday nights, usually we have at least 8 people on a team call. Cindy was going to hop on too. I don't know where Cindy is. I know she had some stuff going on with, she's on family vacation. So anyway, what do you guys want to discuss? What are you guys doing for Shift Shop or coaching, or what's life like? Melinda, I don't know if you have stuff that you want to share. I know you are on fire. I just know that.
Well, I am doing Jatana Shop because I just thought that was easier.
Yep.
So I jumped into that. Plus, I wanted to pull in my 2 new coaches. Do hers. So she's got some people hopefully interested, trying to get them to Success Club, trying to get them on to Emerald would be good, because I'm almost to Diamond if I can get them to Emerald, so that would be good for me. Yeah.
Good.
So hoping to do something along those lines and help them with that. Just plugging along. In fact, I have a call tonight for signing up a coach tonight at 7. So yeah, so I'm just kind of plugging along. I'm trying to find the balance between the challengers and the coaches, and it's tough with my schedule. So I'm still trying to streamline a system of some sort to make it easier on myself, but still a work in progress. That's why I was hoping to talk to Robby today, but we'll get it done at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. That's good. Yeah, there is a and that's what I was thinking too today as well, was even streamlining some of Jatana's new coach basics. Do you have your coaches in her new coach basics as well, or her new coach training, or has she not come out with hers yet?
I think they're in both. I don't know how much they've actually completed in those. So I was gonna So I had mentioned to you as well, I think I'm going to start having team calls on Monday for my team. That's now forming, which is good. So I think I'm going to do that. Anybody is welcome to hop on. Kelly, is it Slaughter? I don't know how you say her name, but she's going to be on the call, and she's going to be sharing her systems and things for organizing and tracking on the 17th. So that for sure. But I'm going to have my first team call next Monday.
Okay. What time are you doing it?
A time yet that works for everybody. Tracy's on vacation, but I think Kelly can get together at like 3 o'clock, which would be, I think, like 6 your guys' time, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I think she's available around between 2 or 3. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. I'll ask her and see, confirm that. But Kelly's call is, I believe that's at 2 o'clock my time on the 17th. So that'll be 5 o'clock your guys' time.
Okay.
Not super convenient, but California time.
I know. Just let us know. Just let us know. We'll see. I have until the end of August with my group that I'm doing on Monday nights, and it's just impossible. Like literally, last week we ended our group with literally like it was church service. I mean, literally, it was like praise and worship church service. There's just no way I could be like, okay, I gotta go. So anyway, but yeah. Well, that's good, and I'm so proud of you, Melinda, too. And I think that's the thing too, is that what I've seen, even with my little, not a sabbatical, because I haven't been totally out, but a little bit, just kind of backing up, just needing some time. I've seen the coaches from Life Changers just really take off and spread their wings. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I mean, you're going to start doing your own team call, and, Cindy's doing hers, and then I'm noticing who's hopping on Jatana's calls on Monday mornings or on Wednesday nights for Epic. So that is just so, so, so good. So love it, love it. So Brenda, how are you doing? How are you doing as a new coach? Or how can we help you? Or
Well, honestly, I think I hit bottom here this last week. Just so much stuff going on, and I just kind of threw my hands in the air and said, okay, I'm taking a break. I'm going to post it, and it was just, it was a lot. And with the kids being out of school that first bit, and then my parents came to visit and the holiday, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yep.
But I'm excited to get back up again, and I'm working on a schedule for myself to kind of make it a little easier, so I don't like freak out and do like, oh my God, I've got to post this, and like panic, and yeah. So scheduling myself has never been easy, but I'm working on it.
Yeah. There was something that I don't know if it was Melinda or Cindy, maybe somebody brought it. It was from a book or from a one-on-one with I don't know what it was, but it was kind of like a wheel. So it's kind of like that, or it also comes from that book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. So you do little teasers, like here's a teaser of my workout, here's a teaser of my nutrition, here's a teaser of this, and here's before and afters, and more before and afters, just different things. And then all of a sudden you come in and you just kind of do that right hook of, okay, I'm going to do a challenge group, and does anybody want to join the challenge group? And just kind of breadcrumb and lead people to that. To get people to join you. You want them to be interested. And I know that Miriam, I can't wait for her to get to a point where she can talk, because I know she has so much. But that's what Robby was telling her today, was there are so many people out there that are just watching us. And they're watching for consistency. They're watching to see the quality of our posts. Like, is this even for real? Are these real people? Are they really getting results? Because I've also noticed too, and this is kind of the way that I got into the business, was I just thought it was fun to post. I literally thought, well, this is fun, eating healthy and doing and I didn't know. I mean, I wasn't in Beachbody, but I just wanted to be fun. And I just started posting on my regular page, all of these things. And a lot of people are doing that. Like if they're going for a run, they're going for a run. If they're, they're posting. But ours has to kind of stand out a little bit to show, no, we actually get results. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg. For $100, for the whole entire year, you get a whole gym membership, or whatever. So there's Miriam. Are you at a place where you can talk?
Yeah, I got it back in my car so I can plug in because I'm like at 12%.
Oh, gotcha. But I don't know if that's helpful or not, Brenda, too, like for even starting, for starting as a coach and trying to get that posting thing, because it really is, it's like a generator. You just have to, it's kind of like that merry-go-round, like when you were a kid and you start pushing and it's too heavy, and then somebody else comes, and that's the benefit of our team. Jumping on Monday morning calls with Jatana, her coffee chat is excellent, so that all of us can work together to start pushing it. And then you saw today with all these things with Robby, the momentum just started going today because everybody's jumping in and that thing just starts going. I don't know if it's helpful for you.
Yeah, I think trying not to do too much at once, which I was trying to do, is going to be a lot more helpful. Just little bits here and there, and not overwhelming myself.
Yep.
So
one thing too,
we'll get there.
Yeah, one thing too that I've noticed even with myself is that now that I'm spread out over so much social media, here's Facebook, which I don't do Facebook stories, but Facebook, and then Instagram stories, and then Snapchat. What I found today was like, nobody on my Facebook page even knows that I'm sick unless someone follows through my Snapchat or my Instagram. So I've kind of lost like my personal touch through Facebook because I'm spread through so many places. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I need to come back to, maybe I know that Instagram was your jam in the beginning, when you started. For me, it's Facebook. Because I'm like, man, so people really don't, because people like to follow our life. And sometimes I'm sharing my life more in my IG stories than I am on Facebook. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So, all right. Miriam, what you got from Robby, girl?
I don't have my notes with me, but I know I messaged it to you, so I'm trying to go off the top of my head. I've been crazy since. I love that first of all, I love that he wants to get to know us first, because he was asking questions like, tell me a little bit about you, and, I just love that, because then it also helps him to know how to help me or us, right? And so I was telling him that I'm not very organized. and so he was asking, like, how are you not organized? Is it just, like just in your power hours or in your challenge groups or whatever? So I love that I could brainstorm and talk with him about that. So he had mentioned this three-prong analogy, where he had like his notebook and he put his fingers on there, like, one prong and then two prongs, and so now you're like holding like this. One prong falls off, like comes down, everything falls apart. And so those three prongs was, me as a coach, being able to help others in that community and things like that, fitness and nutrition, so like the Shakeology and things like that. And knowing that I'm a big part of that, like I'm one of those prongs that holds it up, and being confident in that you have something to offer to others as you coach them. So that was great.
And those three prongs were fitness, nutrition, and you, right?
Correct. Yep. Yes.
And so what does that mean to be you? Like, because you said fitness, nutrition, and me. What does that mean, me? Like, who you are? Or?
So as like me being able to coach others, also kind of me kind of helping in the community of my challenge groups in connecting with others. It kind of it was all me kind of, it was included in community, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, so, you know, because you're the source that people look to hold it all together, to make it happen, and stuff like that. So he had sent that video in that thread, and I know you posted it in one of the group pages, but about finding your niche. Sorry, there's like a lovebird, a little dove in the street, and I want to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did I just say? Hold on. Oh, the niche.
Mm-hmm.
Finding your niche. So this video was like 30 minutes long, and he wanted to tell him 2 to 3 takeaways of that video. And that video was so great. This lady, she's kind of younger. You know, she kind of calls herself weird, and she's different and weird, you know, whatever. And what she was saying was, you know, as a Beachbody coach, she says, don't like be Beachbody all over it, all over your Facebook. Be you. Be your weird and different you. And that's what people look for. They don't, you know, she says when she was look at other Beachbody coaches, and they're like Beachbody all over the place, she would delete them. She would delete Beachbody coaches because it was just too much.
Mm-hmm.
But people want to see you. They want to know your real self. So if you wouldn't, how are you going to talk to your mom, or how are you going to talk to your sister? Talk like that on Facebook, you know, and don't be like, oh, what if Robby sees this? You know, no,
yeah.
it's not like that. It's like people want to see the real you know.
Yeah.
So I thought that was neat. You know, be vulnerable, and you know, and so I was telling Robby that, you know, sometimes I feel like I don't have anything interesting to say. You know, like, I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom. My family doesn't really want to be on Facebook. So me, I'm fitness and recipes and meal prep, and like that's it. You know, because everything else, my family kind of wants to hide a little bit. And he's like, you know, what you think is when you think you're not interesting, other people, they think you're interesting. They want to know. They want to know your everyday. So share that. That was cool. And then he left me with homework, which basically he wants to know my goals to push to finish July strong. So keeping me accountable, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
push for July. How am I going to do that? Also,
So have you already set your goals? Do you already know what your goals are?
Not yet.
Okay.
But one of my friends is ordering a challenge pack today, so I'm already. I want to get to Success Club 5 for sure, because also that trip that I earned for Success Club trip, now between now and September, I need 5 more Success Club points, and I don't want to do it at the very end. So, yeah. So, so I don't know yet. I need to like sit down and really think about my goals and what how I want to kind of organize that and make how I want that to look, because he even mentioned Shift Shop, and then me going to summits. That's going to be huge to be able to share with other people, and you know, to really help my business. So how to finish July strong, what my plans are to have HD retention. So
what does that mean? What is HD retention?
Home. That's okay. I had to think.
Oh, home direct. Oh, keeping people on home direct. Okay.
Right. Because you know, I was telling him, you know, I'm really blessed to be able to not have to have the pressure of having this be an income, providing opportunity, but yet, of course, my goal is to have it that way, because I need a backup plan. I mean, I've got, my husband works, but you never know. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for over 20 years. And what is my experience? What would I do if something was to happen? And so, I want that. And if it takes 2 to 3 years to kind of build that up, I can really start pushing now, and even have it be gradual to where, it all feels natural. So I'm excited that I'm in a position to do that and not giving up, because my heart is to help other people. And, yeah. So HD retention, the reason why I mentioned that was because the HD retention, how your plan to have your home direct people order is your residual income. That's how you're going to build that. And so what is the plan for HD retention? And then he wants a day in the life of Miriam in the business world. Like how am I working the business? How does my day look like working the business? So that'll be really good because I'm not very organized, and I told him my time is very sporadic with 2 special needs kids. It makes it very difficult to not. I'm constantly distracted, and so I basically, it's kind of like a computer screen, and I have like 50 windows open. That is my life, like on a daily basis. And so sometimes I feel like I don't finish projects because I have so many things I'm doing, and I can't complete something because I'm just constantly distracted. And so I kind of like that he gave me that piece of homework, because it'll help me be more on purpose about being on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and then he wants to follow up with me after Summit, to talk about all of my homework and my plan moving forward. So
That's so awesome. I
yeah.
mean, and the thing is that he is, for corporate, he is in charge of the whole Southeast region. There are so many coaches and teams in the Southeast region. And the fact that I think everybody that was on the call with him today, nobody lives, well, Tammy's in the Southeast region. That he's reaching out for life changers. And I just think that says so much for you guys, that he just believes in you guys, so that's very sweet. So I know that Melinda has read Miracle Morning. I wonder if Miracle Morning would help you with Melinda, do you think that would be a good book for her to read for organization? What do you think? Because you are very organized. Maybe you could help.
Miracle Morning is great because it basically sets you up, gives you kind of a guideline for mapping out what your morning is going to look like, from devotional time to exercise time to, waking up early, and it encourages that sort of thing. So it's really good. It's really good for organizing your brain and your mind, for setting basically the premise is it's a miracle morning because it starts in the morning, and then you're setting yourself up. You're getting all of that stuff done before you start your day. So you're getting all that productivity to kind of snowball effect throughout the rest of the day. So I think it's really good. I need to go back and reread it because I've been sleeping in. So, but yeah, so I'm very organized, but I tend to organize and reorganize myself until I find a working system. So, not super organized right now. So, and I think that's I've been floundering a little bit because I'm not working a system.
Yeah.
So it really does help. And I think for me, it helps to write it down. I need to have it written down. Like I need to have my schedule on my whiteboard of what I'm going to do, and then be able to check it off. So kind of like the power hour concept of you're going through all the different things and organizing. That's what I really wanted to talk to Robby about, was those figuring out what particular activities are the ones that propel your business forward the most or the fastest, making that the priority. Because I have my power hour listed, but I have a feeling I have the easy stuff at the top because it's easy. And I think, oh, well, if I get 5 things done that's better than just getting one thing done. But I'm thinking that I've got it backwards a little bit. So that would help me. So I don't know how you have yours, set up.
Yeah. I'm wondering, did he say that when you guys would be talking? Or he might be busy from now until Summit.
Yeah, I didn't connect with him because I was already back at work when he sent his message. So
yeah, I wish that you guys could talk tomorrow, because I would actually suggest maybe we could hop on a call real quick on Monday night just to hear from you and Tammy. Trisha, she messaged, I don't know, she's coming out of church. I don't know if she's going to be able to get on or not. That is a great question. That's a great question.
yeah.
What to maximize on.
Because I think that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm missing. What I'm missing is those key points. Although I listened to a thing with Tulin the other day, and I kind of laughed because this is so me. She she said you ask for the secret, and somebody pulls the rabbit out of the hat and shows you the rabbit, and you want to continue looking in the hat for something else. Like you refuse to see the rabbit. And I think that's something else that I've been doing too. It's like I'm trying to overcomplicate the process. And in the process, I'm not getting anything done. So I'm thinking in my head for this entire year, there has to be something else. It can't just be these 5 things or these, do this, do this, do this. And even though I found myself when I do those things, like then somebody buys a challenge pack. And then I fall off, and then I do those things, and then somebody buys the challenge pack, or somebody signs up as a coach. So it's like, even though I've seen it work, I'm still looking for the rabbit inside the hat, even though the rabbit's over here, somebody already showed me, and I'm still looking. So I thought that was a really good analogy the other day when I heard it, and I went, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
So,
but the beautiful thing about you right now, Melinda, is just your fire and your passion, and people are going to be drawn to that. I mean, it's kind of like if everybody's cold, they're drawn to a fire, and, and I posted something on my like page, and it was these little girls singing, and this one is just singing, and she's so exuberant and just passionate. Who's the one that's going to get the attention? It's the one that's exuberant and passionate. And now, does that mean that everybody would buy a challenge pack from that little girl? I don't know, but because some will be drawn to the quieter ones or whatever. But I'm just saying, but the ones who are really passionate about being consistent, like what Miriam was saying, being in the, like, all I do is meal prep, but there are people that need that, to see the meal prepping, they're just drawn to that. And Brenda, your photography is amazing. People are going to be drawn to your page because your page is just beautiful. Your Instagram is beautiful. And I think that the more that we are just passionate about those things, oh, my internet says it's unstable. Hopefully you can still hear me. And just letting that passion go out. And then when people are ready to jump in, you're the first person that comes to their mind. I mean, if right now I need some kind of skincare, if I need Roden and Fields, man, I have a blemish and I need something, I'm immediately going to think oh, who? Or essential oils. Man, I need peppermint because I can't breathe. I'm immediately going to think of certain people. And the same thing with this. When people get sick and tired of being sick and tired or being overweight, they're going to be like, all right, I'm going to call on, one of these amazing life changer girls. So, but anyway, I want to open it up. Anybody have any questions or other things you want to talk about?
Well, one of the things I talked to Tatiana on the call on Wednesday night too, because that's kind of me. I kind of feel like, it's hard for me to make the coaching exciting when I'm working in dental hygiene all day. I'm like, I didn't do coaching today. So how do I bring people into my life with the coaching part when I'm doing my other job? It's really, I don't know, haven't figured out that balance yet. So, And then I think, wasn't it Trisha? I would like to hear what she had to say with Robby too, because I think she was talking about that, about how we all think our life is boring, but somebody is interested and somebody is watching. So,
I keep thinking of Brian, when Brian Rolka, when he did our call for us, because he works full time and he sits down on Sundays and just comes up with simple posts does them all. Like if he's working out one day, he may I don't know if he changes his shirts or what, but he literally has them. I don't know if he Hootsuites them or not, but he prepares them on Sunday. So if it has to do with coaching, he gets like 4 or 5 different posts or whatever for that week, or maybe 3. I don't know how many you would need for a week, but he is one, because I know he works a full-time job Monday through Friday, and he, you know, he gets his workout in, and he may get his first post up in the morning, and then he comes home, which of course he does have his wife that helps him a little bit too, I guess, with interaction and talking. But when it comes to posting, it really sounds like he's the one that did it all.
Well, I just started using Google Keep. So I actually have started, like, I was doing my personal development and I had a thought, and rather than posting it right then, I decided to grab a picture, and I was thinking more for my like page of doing like you've done, you know, follow my like page for this thing. And so I'm going to start putting a bunch of stuff on Google Keep so that if I'm stuck, I can grab something. It just boils down to time, of having time to sit down, and my brain, I'm not a writer. I don't come up with these beautiful things, or if I think I have come up with something beautiful, nobody pays any attention to it. I don't know if that's timing of posting or what, I don't know. I just think, I'm like, oh, this is fabulous, and then nobody responds. I'm like, great. And then something I just throw out there. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I've started using Google Keep. So we'll see how that works, because that's something I can pull up on my phone. So for me, that works because I'm out and about. So I'm going to start snapping pictures of food and, you know, just different things, and maybe in the recipe, put it in Google Keep so that I have just a few things to grab if I'm not hit with any inspiration at the moment. So that's how I'm going to work on my consistency.
That's great. That's great. Sometimes even going to other challengers or even other coaches too, which I know Brenda's, you know, you're new into this, whereas the other girls are a little bit, they've been in here for a long time, you know, for a year or so. You know, just grabbing other, whether it's other challengers or other, even if it's challengers within the group or like other teammates, coaches, and doing this doing it together, because I think that once, like, I know that the post I posted tonight, chances are I'm going to get people that are already my challengers, and sometimes just getting that fire going in our previous challengers again, and kind of like waking them back up, and you know, just to kind of get the momentum going, and then people come in and join that, you know. So like Miriam, you have Mariah and Rose. You know, maybe sometimes just getting those people, you know, fired up again on board, and then, you know, kind of adding to that, kind of fanning the flame.
One thing that was really cool, I would really suggest watching that video of what is your niche, because one thing that she said is, if you're like, if people right now on your team, and you know, it sounded like she was talking mostly about like coaching, but also, I mean, if you have customers too that are challengers that are really, she said half-ass, you know, you know, then, and you're trying to just keep them going, you're spinning your wheels. She's just like, just stop trying to hold their hand. Put them aside, forget them for now, and keep searching for the ones that are going to be the rock stars. And that spoke to me because, you know, Rebecca, we've had this talk, you know, where I mean, both you and I do that too, like handhold and really help. But as you've grown more, you've stopped doing that. I have a lot of people who really look for me to pursue them. And if they're not in it to make it happen, I can't do it for them. You know, I can love on them and I can encourage them, but if they're not going to jump in and do it, then, you know, I'm spending all my time on these people that take so much time that they may not even stick to it. Because I think, I can't remember if it was, no, I think it was Robby. Robby said, if they don't get results in the first 2 months, they're going to lose their fire. So help them in the first 2 months, be that person to kind of help through that. But then if they just fall off and they're kind of teetering and they're just, whatever, forget about them for now and go find people who are going to be your rock stars.
Yeah.
So, and then another thing in that video that was super cool was how you post and how you are on Facebook is who you attract. So if you attract kind of if you're, posting kind of negative things, or if you're posting about, even like, oh, this is like, one of the things I think she said was something about if you make it feel like it's super easy to do this, nobody's going to jump in because they're not going to relate to that. It's not easy. This is not easy.
Right.
But if you put it out there and say, you know what? I mean, I posted today, I ate potatoes. I made my homemade potato salad. Do you know that my homemade potato salad is really delicious? But there's a reason why I don't make it anymore, because I eat too much of it. But I posted that I ate it, and I felt like I did kind of want to beat myself up. I took your image that you posted today about, not beating yourself up and getting back on track, because that was I kind of hid for a few days because I didn't know how to get back. I just didn't, and I needed to be real about it. And it helped me talking to Robby and then listening to that video, because I want to attract people who are going to work as hard as I do, period. If I'm on there just kind of just here and there doing something, that's what I'm going to get, the here and there wishy-washy, not completing. So I'm going to present myself in a way where those are the types of people that I want to attract, and be that strong person that, and if I'm just kind of negative and all that, that's what I'm going to attract. And I don't want that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I love it.
But that video was awesome. You have to listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Love it. Love it. That's good. All right, girls. It is 9:45. Well, my time and Brenda's time. Brenda and I are going to have coffee. I wish you other girls could join us for coffee. Miriam would come and bring me chocolate-covered strawberries.
Now I'll bring you Shakeology energy balls, right?
I know, now we can't. Or we would go out to eat Mexican. I was like, Miriam, I'm not on a diet today.
I want to support you, but I just want to eat crap today.
That's the foundation of our friendship. But it's so good. I love reconnecting with you guys. Another thing too is that I really want to encourage you guys, the Monday morning wake-up call. And even if you can't make it on that Monday morning, like at that time, plan the time that you can listen to the call back, because that is always going to be the motivation for the week. It's going to be superb. Between that, I mean, of course, we have our team calls, kind of like we debrief. But I mean, Jatana has access to like major people who can come because she's an elite coach. So I mean, we have access to the tools, but we just have to like set it in our calendar. I think we've got to fan that, like get the fire going in ourselves. And then I think we just naturally do what comes, what comes easiest for us to reach out to our audiences and just be us. Just be us. So I love you guys. Unless somebody has something else to say, I will end it here. Proud of you guys, and we will talk to you later. Good night.
Bye.